Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in. Welcome back, everyone. So I don't usually use my Currently page, but I was really encouraged by other people in some of the planner groups that I'm in to start using my Currently page, if nothing else for, like some memory keeping, things like that. And I thought that that would be fun. So I created these kind of steampunk stickers as kind of like a twist on new beginnings, clocks, cogs, things that are turning and starting anew and starting afresh. I thought that was kind of a cool take on it. So I'm going to use that, and I cut these with my Brother Scan and Cut, and I think these are probably my most successful stickers so far that I've cut. And this time I pretty much cut them directly on the line. I was kind of playing around with offsets and not using offsets, and this time I thought I'd try and see how it would look if I didn't really use an offset. So that's what I did for this one. And my actual Currently stickers, now these were kind of a hot mess. The letters, I noticed it has a really hard time with letters. It was literally cutting out each individual letter. I was told to, use the app and try to do it that way and merge everything together. But I just felt like it was too time consuming. So right now I think I'm just going to probably just, like, as you can see, I kind of cut each of the different styles that I created for the Currently text in different fonts, and I just kind of cut the blocks out, and I'll just, individually cut it as I need it. I figured that was easier than, because I mean, my entire first sheet, I can show you guys. Let me grab it. I have it on the side here. It literally was cutting out each individual letter. And I was like, what are you doing? Because I was like, why is it saying it's going to take 30 minutes to cut? Like, I was like, I don't understand that. And I was like, oh, it's taking 30 minutes because it is literally cutting out each individual letter. So that was my first and second attempt, and I was like, no. I'm like, this is a nightmare. Yeah, these are usable, but who wants to put down each individual letter? I'm like, that's just crazy. So I reprinted it, and, after playing around with it again and again, I just said, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to use this for text yet until I can, maybe eventually in the future, again, when I play around with it and get a better understanding of the settings. But for now, it just was a hassle, and to me, it just wasn't worth it. I think I got a couple of them to print out. I think the cursive fonts did a little bit better. You can see I created an offset for it, and because the text is connected, it was able to understand that I wanted it to cut all of it. But I still wasn't super happy with that. And because this is a delicate font, I just was like, you know what, I think I'd rather just print it and for the text just manually do one cut across when I need it. So I think that's what I'll do. So I'll pull some of those out. And kind of same kind of thing with some of the Currently prompts that I created. I created these cute little prompts, but some of them, it just didn't understand where I wanted it to cut. I think especially if it was something too artistic, and I thought I saved a bunch of the ones that messed up. Like some of these weren't perfect, but were good enough for me to use, and I'm gonna make some adjustments to them. Like this is my prototype that I'm gonna make. Eventually these will be listed on my website. I'm kind of playing around with them right now. Let's see, like this one, it cut off part of the calendar because it had a line there, and it was like, oh, you want that to be a different sticker. Like the confetti, it cut out the confetti on the celebrating one. On visiting, the wheels, it didn't understand that the wheels were connected to the car. So things like that, I noticed it has kind of issues with. Which I will say, I almost sent the machine back until I finally got it to, again, cut stickers like this. And when it did this perfectly, I was like, it cut on the line, and I'm like, what? That's when I said, okay, it's worth it. I'm going to keep it, and when I checked these stickers and I was like, oh my God, it cut perfectly. But then I couldn't remember what I did. So it took me like another 2 hours to remember what I did to get it to do this again. I think I finally have it figured out, I think. This is going to, again, take a little while to kind of play around with to figure out how to get it to recognize it. But I think what's causing the problem is if you put the stickers too close. I'm trying to, like this, these are really close, but it still was able to figure them out, I think, because it has a good delineation of color. Whereas with just the black and white, I notice if everything's not connected, it cuts everything out individually. And so that's why I started kind of putting the letters directly on the image itself. And then it started printing it properly. Again, some images it just had issues with. It just would not work very well on. But I thought I would use some of these and show them to you guys just so you could kind of see the progress I'm making. But I am going to kind of, you know, again, play with the settings, make some adjustments to it. So, because I feel like if it doesn't work with my cutter, it's not going to work with anyone else's cutting machine. So, you know, once I can kind of make sure that it works with at least mine, then I can feel good about, you know, putting it up for sale on my website. So we'll kind of play around with some of these, and I don't think I cut everything because I think I got, you know, when it was doing, I think this was one of my first sheets, when it was like cutting out each individual letter, I was like ready to scream. And then I think I took my, well, when I was going to give up on it, I took my gyro cut and I cut this out. And I think I cut some of these other ones out too, when I didn't feel like it was working. So I kind of played around with both to see what would do the best thing. But I'm gonna pull out some of these sheets because I think when I finally got it to work properly, no, these I think I used my gyro cut on. Yeah, I used my gyro cut on these because, like, for example, you can see here it cut this out as two separate stickers because they weren't fully touching and connecting. So that's the only downside I would say that I don't like about it. So if you guys have a Brother Scan and Cut, let me know if you know any tips and tricks, because the instructions that came with it were kind of non-existent and didn't make sense and were kind of annoying and weren't really accurate. So we'll kind of play around with some of these. So let's see. I think we'll first figure out what kind of text we want. And I think I kind of want to go bold. So maybe something like this. And actually, I think I might cover up 2025 and just put it next to it. I might do that, or I could put it underneath. And then I would have to white that out. So I could do that. So let me get that one. I think I'm gonna use this one because it kind of reminds me of like the lines and, you know, like clock hands. So I'm gonna cut this down the center and only use one of them. So I'm not gonna stick it down just yet. And these again are the stickers that I made for it, and then I also made some paper and some imagery. So I think what I'm gonna do is take some of the paper, and maybe I should do it when it's attached to the backer sheet. And rip some of this. And then maybe put some down in either corner. Let me get my cutting mat so I can see where I'm laying this. On this side, try to get as close to the edge as I can without going over the edge. Okay, that's pretty good. So that covers up that part. And then let's maybe put this part over here. Let's see, maybe I think I'm going to cover up the holes and then punch it. So that it'll be all the way on the edge like this one. And this one has a small offset. Just going to cut that little bit off. That way I can bring it all the way to this corner over here. And I'm trying to line it up with this edge, which is hard to do without going over. But I'm going to do my best. There we go. I think right about there. And I might have to go over slightly on this side. And let me get my punch. I'm just going to go through and punch these. Okay, let's figure out what kind of boxes we want to use. So maybe 3 or 4 prompts And I also had the idea of doing, you know, keeping track of like things from the consumer price index. Let's see, did I print those out? I thought I did. I think that might have messed up during the first set of stickers I printed. Okay. Okay, this one came out. So I was going to do eggs. I'm from Seattle, so I was going to do Starbucks, but as you can see, it was trying to cut out all the letters, and I was like, stop. So I think I'm going to trim that off and just write coffee on top of that. And let's see. I was going to do milk. I don't drink milk, but I drink, you know, plant-based alternative because I have a lactose sensitivity. I thought I did another one. Oh, I did gas, but maybe those were the ones that got messed up. So I might have to reprint that. So I think what I'm going to do is each month put like items, the 3 items from the consumer price index that I want to track in this section here, and then use kind of the rest of the page for my currently prompts and fit in as many as I can. So I think that's what I'll do, and have that here. So maybe I'll put, let's see, where's the currently one I just cut out? Okay, there it is. So I can see where I should position this with this. Okay, I might keep the 2025 and just put this here, and then have currently over here, like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I usually get iced coffee, so I think I'll use this iced coffee one that I made and just cut off the letters that were messed up. And then each month I can track how much it's costing me for my iced latte, how much it's costing me for eggs, and instead of milk, I think I'm going to go back and get I created a little gas icon, but I can't find them. So I think I'll just leave space here and I'll just add that off camera once I print it, so I don't waste time reprinting it with you guys here. So let's do coffee there, eggs here, and then I can put gas right there. Or do I want to do eggs here? I might do eggs here because this is a kind of a skinny space, and I think the gas icon is bigger if I remember correctly. So let's do that. Or actually, I'm going to use this egg one. I printed it, the mirror image of it, so I could have it go the other direction. So let's use this one, since that tag's going that way. And this one can go this way. Like that. Okay. And let's see. Let me find the backer sheet for this, or somewhere to put it at least until I can find the backer sheet. And then I'll put the gas icon there. Okay. So yeah, I think that works. I think I must have only printed one sheet of it. I think when I saw it was messing up, I was kind of freaking out. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And, and I wasn't sure what to do. So let's figure out, like, maybe, like I said, maybe choose 4 of these. And I know everyone does theirs differently. To me, it makes the most sense for me to fill this out at the end of the month. And then I kind of write down kind of some of the things that I'm thinking about. Maybe since this is January, I'll do some goal-oriented things, like reflecting on, working on, maybe reading, dreaming, doing, starting. Oh, these are good. So I think I want to use the starting one. Maybe put that up here like this. I think that's kind of cool. Maybe dreaming. And let's see. I think I'll do letting go of. And that's another thing. I think I'm going to change the scale and make them slightly smaller. Let's see, I've got feeling, but do I want to cover that up? But actually, before I put anything else, I might just do 3 each month. So I can add some of these other icons here. Let's see. I think I'll add the little tree. I just tore part of it, but I think that's okay because I don't think I can fit all of it here. So I think I'm gonna do that and see if I can lift up the starting sticker and put that on top. Look at this bottom edge here. There we go. Okay. I think I might just use some of these cogs and things around it and then put some of the cogs. I think I'll put the key at the top because that'll fit perfectly right there. And then maybe like a cog over there. Let's see. I think I'll put a piece of one here. And let's see, I want to remember to put the gas icon there, so I want to save space for that, so I don't want to put anything there. So let's put the light bulb here. And maybe some more cogs. Or actually I want to put this watch icon. Actually this kind of cut off, so maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put the compass. And then use a smaller one. I think I'm trying to move this light bulb over slightly. I think I'm gonna change the angle. There we go. Actually, I think I'm gonna stop there because I don't think I need anything else. So I'm gonna save these for something else, another project. And I'm gonna remember to, I've got to reprint the little gas icon and I can fit that there. And I think those would be the 3 items I track every month: gas, the cost of my coffee, and eggs. And then I'm also going to make another icon for milk, but I'm not going to use that one. But when I do put this on my website, those will be the 4 kind of ones I'll track. So if you have any other ideas of things that you want to track, let me know, and I might include that after I make the little tweaks I need to with sizing and things like that. So that's going to be my curly spread. I really like it. I like that it fits, you know, kind of within the new beginnings theme of January. And also allows me to kind of have some fun with some memory planning and keep track of some things that I want to do in my life moving forward. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye! That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired and thank you for watching.